Here is some of our paintball gear. This isn't all of it. We still have a Sam Lee whose gear is in here, but this is me and Mason, some of it, and so we're going to just tell you about it. So to start off with, we'll go with, this is like a typical, this is our uniform. These are Proto.
This is more effective because you're carrying more paint on you, and you're not as likely to run out of paint in one match.
Here is, this is Mason's hopper. It's a Halo. These are pretty nice hoppers. They're a little heavier, but they're really fast, and they feed balls fast. The reason why you have a hopper like this rather than just a typical gravity fed is because of how fast you have to shoot. And a gravity fed won't shoot that fast. The balls won't feed that fast. These have little spinning, like, little things in there. Spinning blades, like a little spinning blades in there, and they just feed the balls through like 30 balls per second, and so that allows you to shoot that fast. So normally these guns are pretty high quality, so you can usually shoot as fast as the hopper can feed.
This over here is a Velocity View loader. This is Sam's hopper. This hopper is very light and efficient. It feeds fast, but the feed neck is kind of long, it's not that big of a problem. Saw it down, whatever you want. But overall, this is a very nice hopper.
Here we have one of Mason's earlier guns. It's his first good speedball gun. It's an invert mini. It's one of the lightest guns on the market. Shoots pretty fast, but we've had some problems with it and some just technical problems, and so he had to upgrade. But this is a pretty good gun, and it's a really good backup gun, which is what Mason uses it for right now.
This over here is a CP Peanut tank. The tanks are used for holding compressed air inside of them to make the guns function. They use compressed air that is forced into a valve that gently pushes the ball out without breaking it inside the chamber. This tank holds up to 4,500 PSI, which is pounds per square inch, which is a very high and efficient tank.
And low profile. Here is my backup gun, and this is a PMR. It's about the same price range as the Invert Mini. This was my first speedball gun, and I liked it, but there was just it just broke down a lot, and we actually just got out of the shop. But you know, it's a good gun, especially for just a speedball player that's just looking to play around. You know, it's a good cheap gun, and there's definitely some upgrades that you'd want, like a feed neck, a back cap, trigger, maybe a grip frame, UL, I don't know, ASA. But there's a lot of stuff, Daryl. There's a lot of stuff that you would want to upgrade, but I mean, it's a good gun for a starter speedball. We'll do the masters.
This is the Proto PM7. This gun is very light. It's one of the newer models that Proto came out with. This gun is very efficient because it has a very fast slinging trigger with a light barrel and a locking feed neck. This gun also has new technology in it with the bolt. The bolt is easier to slide out to clean, and it's one of the faster guns that makes it easier to shoot. This gun also has a UL frame on it, which is different from the PM6's 45 grip on it. This also has many different modes inside of it because of the UL frame, and has a different on-off system on the back. This gun also has an on-off ASA on the back, which is so if you don't want to waste your air as much, you flip the valve off, which makes the pressure go down, which doesn't keep so much pressure on the valves in your gun.
This is Mason's PM6, and this is a pretty high quality gun. This is the model right before this one. It's a lot like the PM7, just a little heavier, and just I don't know, it's just a little different. This also has the two-piece Proto barrel, lightweight. Has the he upgraded the trigger, which is a pretty cool pump trigger. Here we have the on-off, just like the PM7, which is really convenient. And if you don't have one, you might want to upgrade to it. This one if you can upgrade to the UL frame, but it's like 200 something bucks, and so this will do for now.
This gun right here is a Tippmann 98 Custom. This gun is used for mostly woods ball, which is outdoorsy kind of stuff, which is like deep in the woods where there's not much civilization, and it makes it look like it's kind of a scenario type game. This gun is not as high-tech as these ones, and it doesn't shoot nearly as fast, but it's not meant to shoot nearly as fast. This gun does have a double trigger, which shoots very slow because it's hard to pull. It also doesn't have the same bolt technology as this does, because this bolt is a several spring-loaded piece bolt, which makes it go forward, and sometimes the springs pop out, which is very bad, and screws your gun up, and you have to take it in the shop and fix it.
All of these guns below, these are electronic guns, so they actually just turn on with a button, and there's a little board in here there's a little board in here that controls all of this. And this gun is all based on just like mechanics and stuff, and just everything, like, you know, the trigger pops this and the bolt goes because the spring moves. This gun, like, to start it up, you have to pull this back and then shoot, and then keep shooting. And then with this gun, you just turn it on and then you're ready to shoot right there. Oh, these guns also use CO2, which is like a liquid, and these guns use like compressed air, which is a lot better for your gun. If you try to use CO2 in these guns, which I advise you never to do, it will freeze the inside of the gun and they won't work properly, and then it'll be really, really expensive to fix. So only use CO2 with these kind of guns.
This right here, this mask is a Dye i3 mask. This mask is very nice because it has it doesn't fog up. This is a non-fog mask, and it's very easy to breathe out of it. Moisture doesn't accumulate inside of it. This mask is also very nice because it has one of the most clear lenses in the mask series. This mask is very accessible. You can put it on very easily, and you can see 360 degrees. If you turn your head, there's no peripheral is gone.
Alright. This mask is a JT Flex. This is a not such high quality mask as that one, but a lot of pro teams actually prefer these kind of masks just because they're simpler and more comfortable. These masks also have anti-fog lenses, and these are really just comfortable masks, and like Team Dynasty and stuff, they all use them because just of the way they feel. As you can see, I've been playing with this a lot, and so one of the problems I've had is this foam pad fell off, so I had to use a twist tie to tie it back on, which was kind of frustrating. But overall, I really like this mask.
This right here is a CO2 canister. This holds 16 ounces of CO2, as you can see. This usually goes with those guns over there that Sam is holding.
Screw it in like this, and then you can shoot it right there.
These guns, the more high-tech electronic guns, are a little different than those ones. They don't just screw in and the air automatically goes on. These ones screw in right here, all the way tight, and then you turn your ASA on, which hits the needle inside of the tank and lets air flow through the gun.
With these guns, they have eyes, and so that allows the eyes make sure that a ball actually goes, sitting right there, the eyes are right where the ball lands, and it makes sure it's sitting there before you can fire, so that the ball's not halfway down and the bolt chops in half. With these, you can turn on the gun, and they won't do anything because there's no ball in there. But if you turn the eyes off, then you can shoot. Well, you should be able to. There's no air. But there's no air. If there were air in here, you would be able to shoot a rogue. So here's the Halo. Here's the drop test for the Halo. Alright. Alright.
As you can see, that was 6 seconds.
It would go right here. The balls would feed into there. You tighten this down, and you just shoot. Air would push it up. Balls would go through as fast as you can shoot.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
you.
so much.